Hello and welcome back everyone to Bloodstained Ritual of the Night Hard Mode Fresh and Rocket Rabbit Commentaries. And in this episode we will actually be doing story progression. Now that we are, significantly more powerful thanks to rank 4 Inferno Breath and rank 7 Dola Hammerhead, I feel confident enough in our overall power set to actually do real progression. Now, it's important that 2 parts ago that we picked up the pass plate from OD, because without the pass plate we cannot go do the next section of the game that I've already spoiled is Glutton Train. So yeah, that is what we're off to go do.
All aboard the XS Express.
Hey, a fairy elixir. That is one of the high-powered fairy healing items. If you have Caraboose as your familiar, she'll be able to throw the fairy elixir at you in order to heal a substantial amount of health. But that requires you running Caraboose as your familiar, and we're not going to do that, ever, for any reason.
So even in hard mode, it's not particularly useful to have a more defensive-oriented familiar.
That isn't really the case, to be perfectly honest. The big issue that Caraboose suffers from is the fact that she can't actually use your normal healing items in order to heal you. If she could actually use your potions and high potions while you're on critical health, she would arguably be one of the better familiars, one of the better defensive familiar options that we have access to. The thing is, she can't use the normal potions, high potions, etc. And the big thing that she can't actually use are ethers. Like, I would absolutely love to use Caraboose if she had the ability to restore MP, but she fucking don't, and that's a problem because restoring MP is a huge hassle in this game when you don't actually have your MP5 built up yet. And we're not gonna be able to build up MP5 for a little bit yet. We still gotta go and actually find the drinks recipe book before we can start building up our MP5. Thank you, Velek. I fucking love Inferno Breath, man. Like, if there's any larger enemy on screen, Inferno Breath will be able to handle it.
Capacity up.
Yeah, the capacity ups are for your firearms. You'll notice that I don't actually use firearms, like, at all. And this is because getting ammo for firearms is ridiculously fucking expensive for the most part. There are a couple of bullet type. Ooh, a curse spring. There are a couple of bullet types that are actually relatively easy to get, but a majority of them are not. And the best bullet type of the game, the diamond bullet, is not available until you get the ultimate ammunition recipe book, almost at the very end of the game.
Oh, good. So eventually, it pays off that you are using a relatively risky pathway for dealing damage.
Nope.
So you're saying that players should definitely not use the firearms option?
I'm saying that it doesn't actually pay off. The firearms option is something that is objectively the highest DPS with a specific setup. Getting to that specific setup effectively requires you to have beat hard mode 3 times. It is not fucking worth the time investment to learn how to use firearms. Especially because one of the biggest things that makes firearms really powerful is rapid fire, and not every firearm comes with it natively. So you have to actually figure out when you want to do the skill grinding in order to max out rapid fire, so that your other firearms get access to it. I do think I am fully aware that firearms are the highest damage per second potential in the entire game, and they deserve recognition for that. But how motherfucking expensive and late game this particular strategy has always precluded me from going for it. Hey, Zangetsu.
I didn't come here to fight.
I mean, Zangetsu doesn't use guns, and he hits us for like 400 points of damage a swing.
But our clash may have to wait.
This train.
You catch on quickly. I have business further ahead.
Time to catch a train, huh?
Myself at odds with the powerful witchery driving these carriages.
Surely nothing a man of your ability cannot handle.
You're rather polite for someone I want to kill.
But there is an area I cannot pass because of the sorcery it requires.
Are you sure, Snake? I mean, you probably have a cardboard box somewhere on this boat.
Business ahead as well. Does this mean we have a truce?
Fuck no.
What?
What? Cutscene?
Yes, small cutscene. Also, happy Valentine's Day, everybody.
Yay.
Yeah, for slightly more context, it was Valentine's Day yesterday, so I didn't do anything special for Valentine's Day. I never do special things for Valentine's Day. I think one year I went and watched all of Gargoyle Season 1 for Valentine's Day. But on a different year, I watched all of Gargoyle Season 3 for the Super Bowl, so...
Well, I say that Valentine's Day is a day of love, yes. So for Saint Valentine, that is. You gotta love yourself first. And if you don't love yourself, well, then how can you sincerely express love to others?
Okay, because I don't think we're going to be back here to show it off, there are still an HP max up and an MP max up on top of that trading card that we are officially running away from. But we do not have access to the movement abilities that we need in order to get to it from here. So, I wanted to bring up that is a thing, and yeah. You'll notice that when Zangetsu actually hits things in this during this area, he hits them for 320, 230, absurdly high amounts of damage. Yeah, Zang is like upwards of 6 times more powerful than we are right now, and it is hilarious that he had difficulty coming through here, specifically because there are a couple of doors that he does not have access to, specifically because he does not have alchemy running through his veins. That's it. There was exactly one door that he could not get through because of his lack of alchemical prowess.
Oh, is he gonna help us take out Glutton Train?
Yeah, he is gonna help us take out Glutton Train, but on hard mode, he doesn't actually do much of this fight at all.
Oh, I see that he vanished.
Not that he needs to, because we have Bella, so we have Inferno Breath. So
he seems to be distracting the boss.
a little bit. The big thing that he actually has the ability to do is this. He opens up the Glutton Train weak point, and then we can just smack it with our sword a bunch.
Yay.
And so for defeating Glutton Train, not only do we level up, but we also get Hammer Knuckle, a spell I have never actually used on purpose. I don't know if Hammer Knuckle is any good or not. I assume it's okay, but it's also relatively slow. I'm pretty sure it's melee damage, so there's a lot of enemies that have resistance to it.
Fine. But I owe you all the same.
Yes, I will take this under consideration when I face you again in an upcoming boss battle. Farewell.
Bye, Zangetsu. Thanks for the help with Glutton Train. Unfortunately, Glutton Train isn't a boss fight that I would actually want Zangetsu's help with. Because Glutton Train, to be perfectly honest, is relatively easy to metal even on hard mode once you know what the hell the pattern is. And, I did metal it here because I got hit once by the rotary machine gun, and that was me screwing that up. But we're going into the next major boss, and this is a boss that I very, very much would have liked to have Zangetsu's help with, because I am ass at this upcoming boss. But we have another narrative event before then, so
there aren't many moments in the game when you have a time constraint going through an area. Zangetsu his function was to help us get through that dungeon in a timely manner. So that's why they saw fit to have him deal, 4 times as much damage as you do right now per swing.
What I'm scouting out here is the fact that up in right here, there is a breakable wall.
It's around here somewhere. Maybe it's the one with blood on it. Damn it.
There it is.
Found it.
It's an HP max up. I am very glad that I found that.
And go to the left. And then go to the right. and then go to the left again.
Now that we have cleared the Bridge of Evil, we need to go into the underground sorcery lab. This area is a total of fucking 4 rooms, but it has some of the best goddamn shards in the entire game in here. Specifically, Bomber Morte's Bolide Blast is quite objectively one of the best shards in the game for high single target damage. It is so fucking amazing that it is one that I was considering using for this upcoming boss fight because of how effective it is. I decided against it because getting the upgrades for Bolide Blast at this point is extremely difficult. Well, no, gunpowder specifically is not all that difficult to get. It's what is the big problem with a Bolide Blast equivalent? I actually forget what the other material it needs is. Hey, Dominique.
Oh, Miriam. Dominique, what are you doing here? Looking for Zangetsu. Have you seen him?
Yeah, he just helped us on
Yes.
Glutton Train.
We fought together aboard the train. Perhaps I misjudged his
And
intentions.
you will misjudge them again.
Yes, we
Zangetsu
will.
was with you. But that... Is something wrong?
I asked him to go to the underground sands, but he must have chosen to disregard that request.
No, and it's not exactly like Captain Quark, where when you beat him in the boss fight, he apologizes. He's
Alfred,
Zangetsu's out for blood.
any one of
Yeah.
us at any time. I hope Zangetsu gets his priorities straight. Thank you, Miriam, and stay safe.
We can do one of those things, Miss Miriam.
See ya.
Or Miss Dominique.
Yeah, you just go back to whatever the hell you were doing that got you here.
Alright, I fucking hate this room. And you might think it's because of all the poison toads around it. No, honestly, it's not. It's the fact that on hard mode, this room has got 2 additional fucking cryo rays thrown into it. For no fucking reason. The reason why this is a big problem is because although it makes getting up to the hidden room significantly easier because you have actual enemies to double jump step on, well, there's a boss directly above us, Mr. Cloud. So how the fuck do we get through this room without spending resources?
Practice.
Also, we got Bolide Blast. Woohoo!
So they put a save room here because this room is difficult to go through. Because
No,
there's
they
a
put a
boss
safe
coming
room
up.
here because there's a boss directly above us.
Yay.
Alright. And that is our first instance of Deathcry. We probably should actually get saved from here because, you know, getting both Deathcry and Bolide Blast on one instance is pretty goddamn nice. But instead...
Well,
Hey, Bathin.
I mean, as long as we don't die on Bathin, we get to keep
Yeah,
the
as
death
long
cry.
as we don't die on Bathin as he hits me for 130 points of damage with a single shot.
You know, there
Ow.
are many habits that we develop as we go through games. Some to the point where you do things without even thinking about doing it first. Picking up a relatively rare drop, one that actually like pauses time for a second to say, "Hey, you got this," strikes me as something that you should save the game afterwards,
Yeah.
like on a reactionary basis.
I fucking hate this fight on hard mode. Bathin's reflector ray gets like an additional fucking lap during hard mode. Notice that I'm at 22 fucking HP and I spent all my mana. I fucking hate this fight. I'll complain about it next time. Be safe, everybody.